that's when it just dawned on me. I was like, Canon doesn't care about us.
I noticed in your kind of statement that you're switching to Sony, you seemed angry at Canon.
I was very angry.
Canon's just, we'll get into it. So let's go.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, what is it about Canon that makes you so angry? And then what can they do to make it better?
As I started to like listen onto what Sony had, I finally just got over all of it, and I started looking at my own Canon gear. And there was always that little bit of, I'm on a gig, I'm like, I wonder if the Sony would have been easier to use on this. When I went to Peru and I did that gig, our photographer got sick and I had to step in to do photos. This was like the first time I only took one camera body with me. It just happened to be the time that I should have had two. Mm-hmm. But the R5C, I was like, R5C is going to handle it. But then it dawned on me as I'm doing the first looks, within the first 10 minutes, my battery's already a quarter gone, or quarter left in battery life. And I was like, this isn't going to work today. So it was very, that was kind of it. And then before that too, when they announced the whole lens lawsuit thing, mm-hmm. That's when I started getting a little suspicious, and my mind started being like, wait a second. So when I got back from Peru, that's when I did the deep dive in Sony, and I noticed that everything that I had issues with the Canon, which I wasn't aware of at the time, because I was just shooting my Canon stuff and I had blinders on. And then it come to find out that Sony, again, offers way more dynamic range, no matter what the camera is, better ISO performance, better battery life, better lenses, better overall things. That's when it just dawned on me. I was like, Canon doesn't care about us. They don't give two shits on if they're there for us, trying to help us. Like, we're all creatives, like trying to work our ass off to make a living of being creative. We're having to deal with all these brands. We're having to deal with all these negotiations and getting invoices to clear. I don't want to have to worry about my gear as well, trying to keep up on all the other stresses that I have, especially when I'm on set. And a lot of the times now, when I get hired, specifically on those gigs where there's stills and motion happening at the same time, I'm now being like, the creative directors come up to me like, hey, can you direct the shoot? I'm like, the photographer's bargain pay 4 times as much to me. Why the hell am I having to do extra work now? But, I'm going to step up to the plate because this is what I love to do. And so I don't want to have to worry about if my blacks or whites are clipping while I'm trying to direct and, give the brand the best that I can get. So I can also get the best video for myself, so I can get to the next level. I don't have to stress about any of that. And that's why I said the A7R5 is kind of a boring camera, because I don't have to stress about any of it. It just does what I need in those situations. I think it's already obvious so many people are switching. There's even I don't want to say his name because I won't put him out there, but he's another YouTuber. He's contemplating switching to the FX6. Actually, he already bought the FX6. I just don't think he put the video out yet. But no, we're not selling out to Sony. They are literally offering better options for us. No, I didn't sell out to them. They did loan me some lenses, which was sick, because during that transition, I dropped like $10,000 to $15,000 on all this gear. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I don't want to buy out, like go and buy another freaking 5 lenses. So Sony loaned me some lenses last minute just for those shoots. I don't know if they're going to keep doing that, but because I didn't talk about them or anything like that. But
you're talking about them now.
Yeah, they're just.
What are you talking about?
These videos.
That's true.
That's all you talked about.
Yeah,
I know. But yeah,
that's
just
what they
again,
want.
like, I mean, you're gonna keep.
Yes, you're not talking about us.
That's right.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I was emailing them, I even told them, I was like, regardless if you guys end up working with me or not, I'm switching. Like, I don't give 2 shits if you guys do. Mm-hmm. I'm just seeing what opportunities are there for YouTube wise and helping my personal projects. Like, I'm up front. My YouTube, I'm trying to build up an audience so I can use that so I can do my personal projects. And those personal projects are like documenting Indigenous stories, reservations, eventually maybe doing feature films. But just the Canon, like, you're going to keep losing us. They already know. Mm-hmm. I'm sure in the next like 2 to 5 years, they're going to come back swinging, but it's going to be too late for a lot of us because we're all going to be switched.